If you're a software engineer right now, your head is probably spinning. One minute you're hearing about a historic tech downturn, and the next you're reading about a massive hiring boom. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and figure out what the job market really looks like as we head into 2026.
Right? I mean, what is the deal? Are we in a full-blown crisis, or is this actually the best time ever to be in tech? It feels like you see these scary layoff headlines one day, and then these wild reports about massive job growth the next. It's confusing, and that's exactly what we're going to unravel right now.
And this slide just lays out the paradox perfectly. On one hand, you've got over 178,000 tech layoffs in 2025. That's a huge number. But on the other hand, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics is projecting more than 410,000 brand new software developer jobs by 2032. Both of these numbers are true. So how is that even possible?
Okay, to really get our heads around this, we have to start with the side of the story that everybody is feeling right now, the downturn. Because it's not just a scary headline, it's a very real, very painful correction.
And this chart, it tells you pretty much everything you need to know. This isn't some slow, steady decline. This is the massive hangover from a wild, FOMO-driven hiring party. During the pandemic, everyone rushed to go digital, which led to this insane, unsustainable overhiring that peaked right there in mid-2022. That sharp drop you see? Well, that's just reality hitting.
Yeah, it wasn't just one thing. It was kind of the perfect storm. You had the post-pandemic correction, you had super low interest rates that made it cheap for companies to grow too fast, and you had the rise of hiring talented folks from all over the world. And here's the thing, a lot of companies are blaming AI for layoffs, but honestly, it's often just a convenient, PR-friendly scapegoat for these much bigger, more fundamental cost-cutting decisions. This quote from Heather Doche just nails the new mindset in the industry. Companies are under incredible pressure to be lean, mean, and efficient. They want engineers who can come in and start delivering value from day one. And that pressure, well, it's had a huge, and I mean huge, impact on one group in particular.
And here it is, the painful result. Job postings for junior developers have absolutely plummeted, down by around 40% from their peak. So for new grads or for anyone trying to break into the industry, it's gotten a whole lot tougher. The front door just isn't as wide open as it used to be.
But hang on, this is where the story pivots. Because while that entry-level market has shrunk, something else really important has been happening under the surface. This isn't just about things getting smaller. It's a fundamental reorganization of the whole industry. See, the skills companies need have changed way faster than the skills most people have. The old generalist roles are fading a bit, but there is a massive, and I mean massive, unmet demand for specialized engineers, people who are truly fluent in things like AI, cloud architecture, and security. It's an evolution, not an extinction event.
PwC has a really great way of thinking about this. For knowledge work, like what we do in software engineering, the workforce is kind of becoming an hourglass. AI is handling a lot of the mid-level tasks, which creates more demand for senior strategists at the top and for junior folks at the bottom who can work with the AI tools. But for more repetitive work, it's becoming a diamond. AI replaces the entry-level stuff, creating a need for more mid-level humans who can orchestrate the whole process. And the data totally backs this up. Forget the layoff headlines for a second. The biggest names in tech are still hiring engineers like crazy. Data from SignalFire shows that at places like Meta and Google, the hiring ratios are way above 100. That means they are hiring engineers faster than people are leaving. The work is increasing, not shrinking. They're just hiring for a very different set of skills.
Okay, so if the rules of the game have changed, how do you win? That's what this next part is all about. This is the playbook for not just surviving, but thriving in the software engineering job market of 2026.
This really is the most important shift to understand. The successful engineer of 2026 isn't just a code writer anymore. They are an AI-assisted problem solver. The job isn't about just typing out lines of code. It's about strategically using and guiding AI tools to build amazing things and solve really complex business problems.
So, where do you put your energy? This table is basically your cheat sheet. Look at this. Specializing in AI and machine learning can boost your salary by up to 30%. And skills in distributed systems, cloud, and security are right behind, commanding huge pay bumps and soaring demand. This is where the action is. This is where the growth is.
And if you want to see just how incredibly fast this is all happening, just look at this. In only 2 years, the share of AI and machine learning jobs in the tech market has exploded from just 10% all the way up to 50%.
This isn't some trend that's coming in the future. It is the dominant reality of the market right now.
And of course, this new reality is totally flipping the technical interview on its head. So forget about those abstract whiteboard puzzles. Interviews in 2026 are all about testing your actual skills. Can you work with an AI assistant to solve a problem? Can you design a modern, resilient system? Can you debug a real production issue and then explain what you did to a non-technical manager? That's the new interview.
And because of this intense focus on practical skills, here's the bottom line. Your resume just isn't enough anymore. Recruiters want to see what you've actually built. Having a portfolio with live demos and case studies isn't just a nice little bonus. It's your proof of work. And honestly, it's becoming non-negotiable if you want to get noticed. So when you bring this all together, the message becomes crystal clear. The market isn't just growing or shrinking, it's maturing. And in a mature market, the choice is pretty simple. You either adapt or you risk becoming obsolete. Think about it. The last decade was all about learning how to write code. The next decade is going to be about learning how to solve problems with code as a partner with AI. The demand for true problem-solving engineers is stronger than it has ever been, but the very definition of what an engineer is has changed for good. So the only question left is, which one are you going to be?